All right. Let's see. In January 2001, I traveled to Beijing to visit my sister, Maureen. Maureen was in the Peace Corps, and she was in Chengdu for 2 years. I get off the plane in Beijing, and it's a sea of people in this terminal, and I'm like, if she's not here, I'm screwed. But I'm looking over all these people, and I'm like, man, I got to play some pickup basketball while I'm here, because I'm like, I could tear it up. So, but luckily she's there, and my sister had lived in Chengdu for a year and a half, and was able to, she spoke Chinese pretty fluently. And she was a great hostess. We went around all through Beijing, and Beijing, the main street in Beijing, if you imagine Times Square was power washed clean, and it was power washed clean. You felt totally safe, and the hotel rooms were $40 a night. That's what Beijing was like. I mean, it was great. The dumplings, the food, everything. We had a great time. And one of the funnest things, and I'm not really a shopper, but we went to these markets back on the side streets, and all types of stuff. You would see Nike jerseys, but the E was backwards, and all this stuff. But my sister Maureen was great. In China, it's customary to haggle with the vendors, and you talk to them and you never pay what they originally say. And I actually have on videotape my sister with two older Chinese ladies, and you see their eyes sparkle when the foreigners talking to them in Chinese, and they're just so excited, and so they're laughing and haggling, and my sister's getting socks, a dozen socks for like $2, and it's just fun, the camaraderie and the haggling. So we got really into the sport of haggling while we were there, and went to markets and stuff. And so we were getting towards the end. I still hadn't bought T-shirts for my sons, and I was going to be heading home. And I really, so we're walking down a street we hadn't been on before, and up against the wall, just like you would see in New York City, vendors selling T-shirts. So I go over and start looking at the T-shirts, and my sister starts talking to the vendor, and I'm really not paying attention to the vendor, and I'm looking, trying to pick them out. I'm saying, Maureen, ask how much for these, and so she translates to Chinese. It comes back, and I'm haggling, and we're trying to get her down, another quarter, another 50 cents, and all of a sudden I look over, and it was bitterly cold. This was January, and it had been cold the whole trip. I had been there for like 8 or 9 days. But it's just really cold. And I look over, and this is like at dusk, and the woman walks out from the dark, and I can see she has frostbite, and she's been out there selling this stuff all winter, and she's a young woman with like black on her skin, and I was just like, oh, and it just turned my stomach, and I felt so bad, because here I am for sport trying to get her down another quarter, another kwai, or whatever, and it just shocked me, and I was like, Maureen, I have to walk away. I'm sorry, I have to walk away. Let's go back to the hotel. And I start walking away, and my sister's like, Jim, you can't. And then, but I just keep walking, because, I just felt so bad I couldn't keep going. And so my sister says something to the woman, and she chases after me, and she's like, and we just start walking back, and I say, I'm sorry, I just, when I realized, I just couldn't try to, keep haggling with her. And she goes, you can't really walk away. Once you start in this transaction and negotiating, to walk away is really bad. It's against all custom. You're not supposed to do that. And I'm like, I'm sorry, I didn't realize it was that bad to do that. I'm sorry. I'm like, what did you tell the lady? She goes, oh, I told her you had diarrhea. So that was my trip to Beijing. So, thanks.